Hello, everyone. How are you? Today is Thursday noontime, and that is time for Merles Pearls. I am Merlin Singer, the Relationship Miracle Worker, and I have been married over 50 years to the same man, happily, at least except for year 19. We can talk about that later. But I've been married for a long time to the same man happily. So I figure I may not know anything about anything else, but I know something about relationship. And here I was starting right at noon, and my phone rings. I can't believe it. So I kind of got started a little late. But I want to tell you that today's topic is a kind of interesting topic. Hi, Anita. And the topic is truth looks different from different directions. Oh, boy, that is so true. So, and if you want to know, the obvious one is just talk to Democrats and Republicans. The truth comes out entirely different depending on which one you're talking to. So we got to think about that. Maybe, and here's a clue. If you are mad at somebody, that's a clue right away. Because when you're mad, the truth takes on a whole different perspective, a different coloring. Everything is completely different when you're mad. So, and if when you're mad and you're talking about it and you're saying, of course I'm right, and this is what you say. You say, well, it's the truth. Then you know maybe it isn't. So be really careful about being sure of yourself. Of all the, I'm the proponent of do all these kinds of things that give yourself more confidence. Trust your judgment, trust your intuition, all those kinds of things. There's sometimes when I say, well, let's hold back a little bit, because when you're angry and if you say, well, I'm not angry, there's a clue that you are. Your emotions colors the truth. So, and I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it's just true for you. It doesn't mean that it's true for everyone. And what happens is sometimes you see it's the truth, but you don't know the backstory. There used to be a narrator on radio years ago. And he always talked about, gosh, I don't remember his name. He always talked about the backstory. And with all truth, there is a backstory. So you may know something that's going on about a situation. What can I say? A situation with your boyfriend. He didn't call back quickly. Or he's not coming tonight. And, okay, so sometimes my husband doesn't tell the truth because he doesn't want to upset me. But then I get upset because he didn't tell me the truth. That's beautiful. But that's, yes. So one of the things, at least you understand that when he's not telling you the truth, it's so you won't get upset. So maybe you can have a conversation with him and say, I love that you care about me enough to not want to upset me. I thank you so much for that. But even at that, I still value the truth more. So let me work at not having an incredible reaction, and you work at telling me the truth the first time. Because clearly I'm going to find out if I know that you're not telling me the truth because you don't want to upset me. I've already found out. So what's the point? I think you need to have that conversation and be willing to change your behavior somewhat. So and talk to him about it. What can we do that makes my reaction tolerable for you so that you tell me the truth? Clearly the truth is going to be something you don't like, or he wouldn't have to lie about it. And that's interesting. That leads you into a whole other conversation of, is it something that he really shouldn't be doing, whatever shouldn't means, or is it just something that is annoying, like leaving his socks on the floor, or not doing the dishes, or forgetting to take out the trash stuff. I mean, my husband just leaves things wherever he last used it, and if it's a screwdriver and nails, if it's a flashlight, he'll leave it on the dining room table. Of course, that's a perfect place for it, isn't it? And that's annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. So the question is, does the things that he do, are they deal breakers? They must not be, if you know that he's kind of fudging with that and you're still talking about it and he's still your husband. So that's the interesting thing about relationship, is that it's not all on him and it's not all on you. It's important to know that it's very hard to change somebody else. Let's put it next to impossible. But in this case, if you bargain with him and say, let's see how I can behave so that works for you. And you can try that, and if that works, and that's good. You've been able to accommodate each other. If that doesn't work, then you can only change yourself. You can say, excuse me, I can't stand it anymore, goodbye. Or you can just deal with it. When I say deal with it, I mean not change how you feel about it. So yes, it's annoying, but it's not the worst thing. I kind of know the things he's lying about, and they're not deal breakers, they're just annoying. So that's how he is. The wonderful thing to know is that the perfect partner for you, the perfect partner for you, is not perfect. There is no perfect person. Even you are not perfect, Anna. I'm not perfect. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm not perfect. And I see, even in my relationship, when it's me that's being unreasonable, or just sometimes, like, the pressure is so much. Hi, sunshine. Sunshine angel. Sometimes the pressure is so much in my life, right, that I get not as nice as I could be, and I'll bark at him or something but I understand that I do that. I try to not do that, and when I become aware of it, okay, Merle, chill out. It's okay, and I just back off. That's how we need to live our life, because everybody else in the world, look, you know what a pain in the neck you are to yourself, right? I get really disturbed if I'm doing something that I know is wrong. What is wrong with you, Merle? So if we get disturbed by what we do, just to think of how annoyed we can get at somebody else who isn't perfect. Accept that you're not perfect, and accept that he's not perfect and they are not perfect. I think, and that perspective helps you see the truth differently. Yes, this is what they do that's wrong, but this is how I see it. This is because he has these needs, he has these insecurities, all whatever it is, depending on the person and the situation. And if you can understand the background of why people are like they are, sometimes, you know, if it's a murderer, oh, I understand how he got to be like that, but sorry, that doesn't excuse you. But most of the things, most of the people in our lives, and most of our people are, you know, just not perfect. And for all of us not perfect, we're human. And that's okay. And our job is to accept our imperfect humanity in ourselves and to use that as a model to learn how to accept that imperfect humanity in others. Patty Negri and I are doing, what is it, the magic and science of love. We're doing this workshop for single people looking to find love. And now I'm telling you that it's one of, so one of the things that we request that people do as homework is to understand and accept themselves and maybe say something nice about themselves every day, show some gratitude. I now remember what I was going to say. When we understand our imperfect humanity, and that's a gift that we give to ourselves, and when we take that gift and give it to the people around us, that's a gift we give to them. And one of the things that can make you feel better when you're kind of feeling blah, one of the things that can make you feel better is giving a gift to somebody else. Giving a gift to yourself and giving a gift to somebody else. So it's a win-win situation when we allow ourselves to be imperfect. Doesn't that sound amazing? Because we spend our life and our childhood and our parents are saying, do this better, be that better, all this kind of better. And yes, we want to be our best selves, but we have to start out with, here we are now, just this is it, this is me, that's it, take it or leave it, this is me, and accepting me as I am now. That gives me the strength, the courage, the muscles to work on doing something more. Does that make sense? Thank you. I'm getting some hearts. I'm going to say that makes sense. And I don't know if I tied it in enough for you to understand that the truth looks different from different directions. So, when you're looking at somebody else and they've done something and you want to punch them out, you need to hold back and think in terms of, oh, why did that person do that? You don't have to excuse it. You don't have to excuse it. You have to understand it, because if you understand it in them, you will understand it in yourself. It goes back and forth. So that's how good it makes sense. That's important that I've made sense. Oh my gosh. Enjoy yourself. Have this next week. Come back next Thursday already. But enjoy this week. Noticing every time you've done something imperfect and say, yes, but I'm human. and doing that with other people. And then, so here's the thing. If you're going to be busy seeing the things you don't do perfectly, you have to notice what you do really well and what other people do really well. That, it really is a boost. It really is a boost. And the next thing, the next gift you can give is to maybe share that with somebody else. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's your partner. Maybe it's a friend. Whomever in your life would be open to, or somebody that you'd want to share it with. And that's just spreading it out, bringing it more and more and more. That's it. If I've made the point to you, that's it. I only do 1 point a week. Well, no, I do one with Patty too. So I will see you next Thursday. Don't forget, for those that it makes sense to, we're kind of done with our class, The Magic and Science of Love. Our last class is on Monday, but we're going to be giving it again, I think, before the end of the year. So if you're interested, let us know, okay? Meanwhile, enjoy, have a fabulous week. Tell yourself what you're doing great. Allow what you're not doing so well. Oh, Donna, you're from York, England. Awesome. I love England. I have been there. I'd love to go back. Okay, well, we'll wait till Corona is over and then we'll talk again. Meanwhile, see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.